Hey there, it's Aaron, Transman Am, and I have been 2 weeks without a video, so forgive me for that. And it has been 3 weeks since my last injection. I did my last injection with the presence of a nurse at my clinic, and today I am actually going to do my first injection alone in my own home on camera. Haha. So, the supplies that I have here have my alcohol wipe pad, very important, syringe, 2 needles. One is a 21 gauge. This is what will go into my leg. And this is an 18 gauge, which will draw the testosterone out from the tube into the syringe. And then, of course, I have my testosterone. So I've never done this before. Who knows how I'm going to react, if I'm going to be able to stab myself or not. I don't really have a choice. I just kind of have to do it and go for it. So I figured it might be interesting if y'all watched. So, leg up. The place, sorry for the bright paleness. We don't get too much sun in Missoula, so if this is blinding you, I recommend watching this video with sunglasses on. I am used to the pale. So anyway, the place I want to inject is about a hand's width length, back and in the center of the muscle. It's the big fleshy part. That's where I'm going to inject. Viscous solutions such as testosterone need large muscles in order to be absorbed well. So I'm going to draw out my testosterone. Little instructions. And this is what 1 milliliter of testosterone looks like. It's just a little vial. It's clear. It's depot testosterone, 200 milligrams per milliliter. So I will be injecting 1 milliliter into my body, which is this amount. I flip the cap off. I'm going to go ahead and sterilize my leg now. I'll remember the area. If I can get this open. It's so small. So I'm going to sterilize a wide area on my leg. We're going to do it for about 10 seconds. That's just to make sure it kills, everything. I'm going to take the other side of it and sterilize the top of the cap, even though it should be sterilized. And on the top, I don't know how well you can see, there's this little gray circle right there. I'm actually going to poke into that, and it will self-seal itself up, too, and allow me to I'm going to draw out the testosterone. So, every time I inject, I have to use a new syringe. Syringes come with a needle attached. I don't know what gauge it is. I'm not interested in it. I'm going to just save it and throw it away. Now, anytime I dispose of my needles, I have to do a sharps container, so I'm going to go to my local AIDS council and dispose of my sharps. But you can go to hospital ERs, usually have one. Some cities have sharps deposits, and you can buy your own sharps dispensers, or not dispensers, just repositories on medical supply sites and such. Each needle and each syringe costs me 25 cents. And it cost me $1 for the testosterone. I'm on Medicaid, so my prices are considerably lower. I know testosterone can run about $60 for a larger vial that will last a couple months, too, if you are uninsured. So it's not that expensive medication compared to certain prescriptions and such. Okay, so what I want now is my 18 gauge needle, which is the larger one. The lower the number, the higher the gauge. The lower the number of gauge, the bigger the needle. For instance, my ears are a 0 gauge, and my earring up here, and the one on my lip, there's 16 gauges, which is the next level up from the 18 gauge that I will use today. Most piercings that you get in, like at Claire's or something, are going to be in the 20 to 18 gauge range. So I just put it on, twist, screw it on, off the top, and now I have a really sharp needle. That's actually kind of scary. And I'm going to push through that. It's not quite reach. Turn it upside down, draw it down to where. And I want to pull in 1 milliliter, which is what what's all in here, but I'm going to be careful and just make sure I get the right amount. About half in now. I'm waiting for air bubbles. Almost there. Some people can do this really fast. I can't yet. And that's okay. It's hard to draw a full milliliter when all that's in there is a full milliliter because I keep having to pull the needle out a little bit. I want to make sure I get it all. I'm just drawing air now. So what I have is what I'm going to use. Sorry, that took a little while. This file's empty. I can just throw this away. It's not like somebody's going to dig through my trash and, hey, there's a drop of testosterone, man, I want it. No, that's not going to happen. So now, I don't have very many air bubbles. Actually, I don't see any. But I want to make sure that the solution is right up to the top. There, it started to come out, so that's just the right amount. Draw it back into the vial. Hit this so that all the air bubbles go out. And now I can switch needles. But first I want to cap this one. Never pick it up and go like this. I was taught to lay it on the table, which you can't see, and scoop it into it so that you don't hurt yourself. Twist it off. That has to go in a sharps container. The leg is still just chilling there, ready to be plucked. This is now the 21 gauge. You can see that it's smaller. Now I'm going to push it right to where the air is out of and it goes up into the needle. Okay. And now I know where I sterilized. I'm going to just shock the muscle kind of into relaxing by just squeezing it. Stand up, take a deep breath. And that hurt a lot. I have to make sure I get the 1-inch needle all the way in, and it still hurts. Ow. Ow. I draw back just to make sure I didn't get any blood. Don't see any. And now I slowly inject the liquid. It's so thick I can feel it going in. It kind of is a burning sensation right now. I'm going to be able to feel this for a couple of days. I had a big bruise last time. Not visible one, but just I could feel it. Still going in. I wish it were done. It's done. Pull straight out. And you can band-aid it if you're bleeding. I am not bleeding. It's kind of seeping out of the top, which is okay. And I just injected myself with testosterone. Take off the needle. Collect those. Everything gets thrown away. No blood. We're good to go. And I have just given myself an injection, and it hurt because I hesitated. I didn't breathe out. I'm not relaxed. I'm on camera. And so that is what I will be doing every 3 weeks for now through the rest of my life.